I'm Stephen and this is Solving the Money Problem. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. In this video, I'm explaining why I'm all in on Tesla. Well, almost all in. I'm an opportunistic investor. I'm not a stock investor. I'm not a real estate investor. I'm not a businessman. I just look for opportunities that line up with my investment goals and suit my risk profile. If they do, I'm in. Today, Tesla comprises about 80% of my stock portfolio. This goes against the investment advice of almost everyone ever. And for good reason. Concentrating a large amount of wealth in a single asset can be a recipe for disaster. Thing is, I'm confident or arrogant enough to believe that I do know what I'm doing. History may prove me to be wrong, but so far my prior investment decisions have led to my achieving financial independence and retiring at age 31. Before we dive into the video, ask yourself, is Jeff Bezos an idiot for concentrating most of his wealth in Amazon? Is Bill Gates an idiot for concentrating most of his wealth in Microsoft? Is Elon Musk an idiot for concentrating most of his wealth in Tesla and SpaceX? I'm not a believer in diversification for its own sake. If you have no idea what you're doing, then sure, diversify. If you're petrified of risk, sure, diversify. If you have mouths to feed, then sure, diversify. I don't, and I'd much rather be making investment decisions from a place of confidence than uncertainty. I've been following the Tesla story for a decade, since the original Roadster. Yet it wasn't until March 2016, just before the Model 3 reveal, that I became confident enough to begin investing. So why Tesla? The engineers. Many of the world's best engineers work at Tesla, or want to. Let's have a look at a 2018 survey of engineering students who were asked to name the employers that they most wanted to work for. SpaceX took out the #1 position, closely followed by Tesla at #2. The implications of this are very important. Recruiting great young engineering talent for Tesla is like shooting fish in a barrel. Other companies wishing to compete with Tesla have a pool of lesser engineering talent from which to draw. This matters. Ford sits at number 16 on the same list, General Motors at number 19 and BMW at 20. They're going to get the leftovers. It's just a fact. Engineers are the backbone of Tesla's business and they've got their pick of the bunch. The technology. Tesla is embarrassingly far ahead everywhere it counts. Their batteries are literally miles ahead of everyone on range and efficiency. Their powertrain puts others to shame. Their 3 current vehicles are the 3 safest ever tested. Over-the-air updates mean Tesla vehicles continuously get better after you buy them. Their infotainment is unmatched. Netflix, karaoke, how about Sentry Mode, Dog Mode, or how about free over-the-air updates that increase range and performance after you've purchased the vehicle? What about the machine that builds the machine? Who else can build a factory in 10 months? Who else is profitably producing electric vehicles at scale with gross margins exceeding 20%? And don't get me started on the full self-driving data lead. The leadership. Musk is a brilliant leader. Despite what the dipshits in the mass media would have you believe, Elon has inspired the world's best and brightest to work tirelessly under extremely trying conditions to innovate rapidly and solve enormous problems. Over and over. Musk may be eccentric, he may not be easy to work for, but those who work for Tesla don't want easy. They want meaningful, challenging, and inspiring work. The execution. Tesla do what they say. Sure, the timing is not always perfect, but they get the job done, every single time. Let's read the original master plan from August 2006. Did Tesla build a sports car, then use that money to make a more affordable car, then use that money to build an even more affordable car? Did Tesla provide zero-emission electric power generation options? Let's look beyond Tesla. Did SpaceX say they'd build reusable rockets and actually do it? Yes, this matters. The inevitable transition. Electric vehicles currently make up just a few percent of the new vehicle market. In the future, they will be about 100%. Tesla is sitting atop a gigantic technological transition and no one else is even in the game. The declining costs. Question. What is the most expensive component in an electric vehicle? Answer. The battery. What else costs a bomb? The computer. Isn't that fascinating? The big ticket items in the vehicles are both on declining cost curves. So what does this mean? The price performance of electric vehicles will continue to improve over time. EVs are around price performance parity with internal combustion engine vehicles today. Guess what? Internal combustion engines are not getting cheaper to make. Batteries are. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what this means for the future. The competition. What competition? There is literally none. There may be competition in the future, but currently there isn't. Each vehicle Tesla has produced is best in class by a stupid margin and is selling accordingly. Yes, there are other electric vehicles currently on roads and many more coming soon. But as of today, Model S, Model X, and Model 3 do not have competition. Tesla owns EVs like Google owns search. The survivability. At this point, I can't see Tesla dying. This wasn't always the case. That's why I held off buying the stock until 2016. But since then, Tesla have shown profitability despite continually outlaying huge amounts of capital to build new factories and infrastructure. Their margins continue to improve as they find new efficiencies and benefit from economies of scale. Today, I believe Elon Musk could raise billions within a matter of days in any economic conditions. This wasn't always true. It's also been reported that in 2013, Apple attempted to acquire Tesla for a large premium. And in the same year, Elon Musk had a handshake agreement with his friend and ex-Google CEO Larry Page to acquire Tesla if needed. In the worst case scenario, someone like Google, Apple, or even Amazon would jump at the opportunity to acquire Tesla and their market-leading technology. The FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. What is being said about Tesla in the media does not match reality. Analysts, media shills, and others are spreading fear, uncertainty, doubt, and misinformation about the company and its leader. Perhaps there's some big oil money involved. I don't know. But at the end of the day, the truth will win. Until then, Tesla stock is on a discount. If you can look past the noise at the underlying facts, you'll see a very different picture to the one CNBC are broadcasting into homes. To really understand the extent of this FUD, look at the short seller theses on why Tesla will fail. Most of their reasons are factually incorrect, and all that remains is speculation and desperate fantasies like there must be accounting fraud and the competition is coming, which we've been hearing for years. Where is it? The network effect. Each time a Tesla owner takes delivery of their vehicle, something interesting happens. Their friends and family who currently don't know a thing about Tesla become exposed to one of its products. This matters. Ask anyone who's ever test driven a Tesla for the first time about their experience. It usually goes like this. I drove one, I want one, I ordered one. And each time Tesla releases an awesome new feature like Sentry Mode or Smart Summon or Romance Mode or Fart Mode, thousands of videos and tweets spread virally in an instant. The products are so good that they advertise themselves. This is why Tesla doesn't need to waste money on advertising or dealer networks. The cult. Elon has a sea of fanboys. I count myself among them. The man has almost 30 million Twitter followers, more than the population of Australia. Let that sink in. 30 fucking million people care enough about what he is doing or has to say to follow his Twitter. His reach matters. That generations of teenagers see him as an inspiring role model matters. That he can sell $10 million worth of not a flamethrowers in a few days matters. That he can broadcast to an enormous audience in seconds matters. Do you even know the name of another automotive CEO? The physics thinking. As a lifelong science nerd, I view the world differently to most. Physics is fundamental. Everything else is emergent. Reality itself is nothing but particles interacting and obeying the laws of physics. When Elon Musk approaches an engineering problem, he boils it down to the atoms and works up from there. Few others do this. The reason Tesla has been able to innovate, disrupt, and make bold moves like entering the EV market before it seemed to make any financial sense is because of first principles thinking. Forget what everyone else is doing. What do the laws of physics say? Is it possible? Then do it. The optimization culture. Tesla has a culture of optimization and finding new efficiencies. It's built into the DNA of the company.
Because the best part is no part, best process is no process, and occasionally at the design level you think something's necessary, but then turns out it's not. So it's just like making sure, connecting between design and manufacturing, make sure we're close loop on that.
Deleting complexity is an endless task. This optimization isn't just at the level of, say, battery technology or materials. At every level, from corporate structure to production line optimization, Tesla is relentless in its pursuit of finding new efficiencies. Tesla is squeezing every last drop while most others are in cruise control. Model Y shares about 3/4 of its components with Model 3. This wasn't an accident. It was extreme optimization. As a result, the Model Y ramp is months ahead of schedule. Tesla learns fast. Gigafactory 3 was built in 10 months for 65% less capital expenditure per unit of capacity than the US Model 3 production system. I could go on. The other stuff. You may not have noticed, but Tesla does solar and batteries as well. Today, these products don't account for a huge chunk of Tesla's business. In fact, everyone seems to be ignoring these entirely, but mark my words, the world is transitioning to renewable energy generation and storage, and Tesla is poised to capture plenty of this market. I have about 20 more reasons, but this video is getting long enough as it is. Viewed in aggregate, these reasons paint a clear picture of a company with a bright future. Tesla has proven its ability to innovate, execute, and disrupt. They're in a healthy financial position. While analysts are crying over the lack of profitability, Tesla are investing billions in scaling production around the world while other automakers are barely dipping their toes in the water. Tesla has a 3 to 5 year lead over everyone. 7 years after its release, nothing has even matched the original Model S for range, and Tesla continued to innovate. The recent acquisition of Maxwell Technologies and Highbar Systems suggests a big battery breakthrough has occurred, which pushes their lead out further. Tesla's full self-driving computer is light years ahead. Their data lead is ridiculous. And of course, if Tesla wins full self-driving and the fleet awakens, oh boy. So those are some of the reasons that I'm all in on Tesla. Of course, I'm paying very close attention to Tesla, its competition, the industries it's in, the underlying technologies, and everything else I deem relevant. If, in the future, things change, my portfolio will do likewise. But if I'm being honest, I think in 2030, everyone will be calling me lucky. This video is not investment advice. It's just a peek into my reasoning and my investment decisions. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. Let me know in the comments below. Do you own any Tesla stock? You plan to buy any? What reasons encouraged you to invest or to steer clear? Any holes in my thinking? And if you have any ideas for future videos or topics you'd like covered, let me know. I read all of your comments. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. P.S. Don't try this at home.
Oh, Jesus, sorry. Speaking of mishaps, I just stabbed you. Sorry.